There's a piece of criticism that you still remember word for word. You could probably tell me where you were when you heard it, who said it, how it landed. The person who said it now has almost certainly forgotten. So why are you the one who is still carrying it? That is what today's video is about, because the criticism that haunts you isn't even the harshest feedback at times. It's the criticism that found a door that was already open inside you. The ones that replay at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., they didn't land on you from the outside. They confirmed something that you already half believed about yourself. And that's a completely different problem. Logic can't touch it. You can know that the person was wrong. You can know it was one bad day, one bad mood, one opinion, but you'll still feel it in your chest when something similar happens. That's not sensitivity, that's your nervous system pattern matching. When your brain receives any criticism, it doesn't just process the words, it runs a scan. Does this match something I already believe about myself? And if the answer is yes, even slightly, it doesn't just sting, it sticks. It gets filed as evidence. Here's the part that matters. The more senior you are, the more criticism you tend to receive, because exposure grows with scale. And the longer that you've been quietly carrying a sense that you are not quite enough, the more doors are open for it to walk through. The criticism that haunts you is a map. It isn't showing you the person was right. It's showing you where you still have work to do, where you haven't yet fully believed in yourself. Someone criticizes your work, you brush it off. Fine, noted, moving on. Someone else criticizes the same work and you replay it for the next 6 months. Why that one? Why does that one get in? Because it hits something already uncertain, a place where your own conviction hasn't fully been formed, and your nervous system, which is always scanning for threat, flagged it. This one's important. Keep this one close. This isn't weakness, that's intelligence doing its job badly, but it's trying to protect you from being caught off guard again. Now, this is where it gets more uncomfortable. A lot of senior people have become experts at performing certainty while carrying a backlog of criticism they have never actually processed. You smile, you push through, you keep going, and underneath all that there is a quiet internal jury which is building a case against you. It's using every little bit of negative feedback as exhibit A. 20 pieces of positive feedback land in a day, and that one piece of criticism lands. By the time you go to bed, only the criticism is still with you. Now, this isn't a personality flaw, it is a nervous system that learned to weight threat more heavily than safety. It kept you sharp, it kept you improving, and now it is quietly capping what you can hold. So what do you do about all this when criticism lands, whether it's fresh or something you have been carrying for years? There are 2 questions worth sitting with. The first, is there anything true here that I want to take on board? Not whether it was said kindly, not whether the person had the right to say it, just whether there is 5%, 2% of it that is useful. If yes, take it and leave the rest. And the second harder question, what did this confirm that I already believed about myself? Because that, people, is where the real work is, not the criticism itself, the door it walked through. And that door is what needs attention. The criticism you replay isn't your enemy, it is a signal, and it's pointing you at the place where your own conviction still needs building. So if feedback gets in more than it should, that isn't a character flaw, it is a pattern, and patterns can shift. There's a link below if you want to go deeper.